My name is Nosiphiwo Balfour. I arrived on planet Earth or this universe due to the amazing partnership between my parents, and my father being Nonde and my mother Kanisa. I am the eldest girl of 6 siblings. I'm followed by 2 amazing sisters, Swomile and Nelly, together with my 3 brothers. So quite a robust family that we have. A bit about my life. I was born in the Eastern Cape, and shortly thereafter we moved, given the time my parents were apartheid activists who were very active during the struggle to democracy in this country. We moved to Melbourne, Australia when I was 6 years old. So the majority of my childhood, which was my primary school years, was spent in Melbourne. We then had come back at a very beautiful conjuncture which this country had reached, which was around our democracy in 1994. And my parents thought it a very pivotal time for us to relocate back to the country. I own equity within the Trust Ed organization, and specifically on Kinfundi, I'm involved with Dakin on business development efforts and bringing on members into this organization, and together with that, really being a steward around the protection of members' interests when it comes to the education savings for their kin. My biggest worry for women in this country is really regarding the lack of recognition of women and women being disenfranchised. If we are to focus and hone in on supporting and placing more recognition of the role that women play within our communities, I do feel that this could have a bigger impact on change with respect to education, health, and even financial stability of a lot of homes within South Africa. One of the things that sticks out for me as being a really proud achievement was being appointed as head girl of my high school. This stands out for me specifically because I was the first black head girl in about 150-year history of the school. For my family, it was quite a remarkable achievement as well, just given I think my parents' encouragement around being myself, not necessarily being the model role head girl a lot of people would think would be boxed into the kind of candidate that would be for that role, but really sticking to my guts. One of the hardest things for me was most probably when I graduated from university. To my surprise, I was unemployed for a period of about 6 months, having really struggled to find a job within a corporate. I think some of that was twofold, in that it was partly that there were no jobs available at that time for a candidate or graduate like ourselves. But secondly, it was also that I think I struggled with some of the interviews I'd gone to for people to make a connection around, that I wasn't here to just be grateful or work for nothing. And I knew what my worth was. So some of those interviews didn't necessarily go down as well as I guess they had expected. But it was a very big learning curve for me, really, and reflection around a very low point in my life, that when you're really at rock bottom, how you are able to pull yourself up from nothing, and secondly, continue to stick to what you know and knowing your core, and thirdly, and also just being humbled by an experience and knowing that there isn't anything that makes you special, and sometimes you just gotta roll with the punches and get going, when life sometimes hits you with really difficult times. My biggest wish for myself is to live well, and I say live well because it's not necessarily around attaining certain goals only, but it's ensuring that when I look at personal aspects of my life as well, that I've made people happy, that I've given back, that I feel fulfilled in not only those things that I've set for myself, but in seeing that I've left seedlings as part of me within the individuals that I continue to engage with in all aspects.